Hello everyone, and welcome back to my crafting world. This is Anna. Today I am going to try to speak correctly. So I am going to make a mini album, and this is a more of a pocketbook mini album because it's so small. But the paper that I'm going to be using is the Dulce collection by Prima, designed by Frank Garcia. So I'm going to use this collection because it's so pretty and I really haven't done much with it. So I'm going to do that. I am also going to use the Graphic 45 regular tag and gears die. And I got this back in February in my design team package. So for this mini album though, I am only going to use this, the large die, you know, the actual tag die. So that's what I'm going to be using. And let me put it away because I'm so bad about putting things away. All right, so what I have done so far is I have cut out of chipboard, and this is really thin chipboard. I cut out 4 of these, and then I just glued them together to get a nice sturdy base. Okay, so that's all I did here, and this is going to be the back cover and front cover of our mini album. It's going to have 4 pages, so I have cut 4 white pieces of cardstock. Now that's just me. If you don't want to do, you know, the sandwiching paper together, you can do just the decorative paper, but that's pretty thin. So I cut my paper to where I have one on the front and then another piece on the back. Okay, so each page has 3 die cuts in it. Okay, so the one in the middle is just a white, you know, to make it sturdier. Once you put your glue on there, embellishments and whatnot, it's going to be super sturdy. Okay, so I have cut 12 of these. All right, and then I have also cut 4 of these strips of paper that are 3 3/4 by 1.5. Also, you need 4 of these. And for these, what we're going to do is we're going to score these on the short side. We're going to score them at 1/2 inch and then 1 inch. Okay, so you're going to do this 4 times. And after you do this, you are going to fold your score lines, and what we're going to do is we're going to glue this end, one of the score lines right here, right up to the end of the front cover. Okay, and then we're going to take one of the white panels, and we're going to glue them, you know, right there, and that's going to give us a 1/2 inch gusset so we can do decorating whatnot. So I'm going to start with you guys. I'm going to go ahead and start gluing down. What I really should do is use my score tape, because I broke the plastic piece off the top of my glue bottle, and now I can't put my fine tip on here, the metal one, because it won't hold. So you know what, guys, I'm going to use my 3/4 inch tape is what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I am going to tape each one of these this way, and let me do that, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to put tape on both sides of each one of my 4 little I don't know, gussets for my hinges. Each one of my 4 hinges, I'm going to go ahead and put the score tape on each one. Okay, so I have put my score tape on each end here. And what I have not cut out, guys, are the front or the back panels to the front and back covers. So I'm going to do this first, and then I'll worry about what I'm going to put on the front and back. So remove my backing, and I am going to put it about 1/4 inch. about a 1/2 inch from the bottom. Okay, and I'm gonna try to position each one of those right at the exact same spot. Okay, so let me burnish that, and then I am going to place my my white piece right at the bottom of that, right at the edge of the score line. So to me, this is the best way for me to figure out whether I'm going straight or not. You don't want to pass that score mark, okay? I was gonna try to show you, I'll show you in just a little bit. So right there, I am not going past my score mark, okay? And then you just line up your little tag and then glue it down. So there is my first page on there. Okay, so the next one, again, I need to line these up. So I am going to place this down and follow this line right here. There we go. And that is ready for our next page. Now you don't have to have your gussets so wide. You can make them thinner. You can make 1/4 of an inch. In that case, you would take off 3/4 of an inch and then, you know, just still score at 1/2 inch on each side. So I'm going to put my next one on. That's my next one. There you go, guys. All right, and then we will cover this in a little bit after we've already done you know, glued down all of our pages. So let me continue to glue down those pages. Okay, guys, so I have glued all my pages together, and this is a 2.5 inch spine. So I did cut a 2.5 inch piece of chipboard. And you know, yes, right there. So you can tell, and hopefully I won't make a mistake because it all kind of blends together, where that starts and where that ends. So that is where I need to make sure that my spine goes on, okay? So, and I did leave enough room, that little gap right there, for it to open freely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put tape on the back of my spine, and then I'm going to tape that down, and that's what's going to give us that sturdy spine. And then we're going to cover that in white cardstock. Okay, I have my adhesive on the back, but I am still going to add some glue with my nubby nozzle here. So I still want glue on the back, and I am so missing my tip, but you know, in a perfect world. So I want to make sure this is not going to, you know what, I'm going to spread it out just a little, because let me clean my hand on my trusty little rag. Okay, now I'm going to put this down. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for a second. All right, guys, we have glued down our spine. That gives us a very sturdy little book here, okay? So when it is open, all the pages are even. So now what we need to do is cover this spine, and for that I have cut a piece of white cardstock. Is it this one? Yes. So I cut it at 3 3/4, which is the length of the spine, or the width of the length of the spine, by 5 1/4, and that'll give me about 1 inch on each side to attach to the front and back covers. That way this is covered. So let's go ahead and cover that. I am going to use my glue. And guys, I just cut my little nub down to where it's a flat nub. So I'm going to just spread that out a little bit. Oh. See, and it makes a mess. It makes a mess. So I'm waiting for my new one to come in. I did order it with my discount, guys, at ASC Craft Supplies. Okay, now let me put this on there. Clean my finger off. All right, and then put this on there to where we've got about 1 inch on each side. That's pretty straight. Make sure it attaches very well. And then we are going to go ahead and attach this. What a mess, huh, guys? And I don't have one of those other, bottles with that skinny nozzle on it, that skinny tip on it. So this will have to do for now. All right, guys, there we go. There's our first side. Now we need to attach the second side. All right, guys, there we go. There is our little book so far. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and glue these pages right here. But you know what, guys? I am going to do that off camera because it can get a little messy with this glue. So I'm going to try to use a little brush and maybe just brush on the glue. Maybe I can put something, a colored sheet of paper under. I cleaned my desk out, guys, or my table, and I have nothing. But I'm going to put, a long colored sheet of paper so I can see where I'm putting glue, like that. And that's all I'm going to do, is I'm going to put the covers on here, okay? And I'll be back. All right, everyone, this was not easy. So I had to use a brush to spread my glue onto the paper and rush to put it on the cardstock because that makes it go on super thin, and it was drying real fast, so it was not easy for me to do, but I've got it covered. So this is the front, and I put a little piece of ribbon right here, and look right here, I was trying to put the glue on a little bit thicker and it oozed out and the paper got stuck, but you know, oh well. So that's my first page. Oops, sorry. And that is the second one, the third one, and this is the fourth one, and this is my back cover. So I've already covered the back, and overall it's not bad. It's just it was a little frustrating to, you know, to make. So I think I'm going to refrain from having to use my liquid glue for anything and just make other projects where I can use either the score tape or the hot glue gun. But anyway, I'm going to decorate this, guys, and then I will show you a flip through when I'm finished. All right, guys, so I managed to finish the small album, and this is how I've decorated it. Remember, guys, I only used that one die. That is the Graphic 45 regular tag and gears die. I only use the actual tag die. I'm sorry, tag die. So this is the only thing I used. Okay, so I, even without my fine tip on the glue, I managed to finish this. It has a 2.5-inch spine, and it's got 4 pages. This is what the back looks like. And on the front, I went ahead and put that bow that I made with my Zutter bow maker. This comes from the flower collection, the pack of the Prima flowers. This was in there, this little butterfly. And I put some puffy stickers and this these pink stones. I had this since Christmas of last year, I think, the year before. Anyway, I cut this out from one of the paper pages, and I put the Prima flowers on there, and I put the little chipboard horse on there, and I inked up some of the numbers so where it looks like we were playing bingo. So anyway, guys, I like the way the front turned out. So I did put a bow, satin ribbon for the closure. Then I open it up, come to the first page. I have decorated the first page, and as you can see, I mean, there will be room for a very small picture. Let me see if I can fix that light a little bit because I'm picking it up. So there will be room for a very, very small picture right there. And then I put ribbon on the gussets of each page. And on this page, I just put one of the puffy stickers. This flower is for my stash, and this one, here's another puffy heart, and this is a Prima flower. And all of them have this ribbon on the top because they are tags. So I put the ribbon on top of each one of them. And then I flip it over, and this is another one. It says sweet and puffy, or sweet and fluffy cotton candy. So I put a flower down here at the bottom, cotton candy on the top with a flower. And then this side has a little more embellishing. So I put the leaf going up like that, and I put some flowers on there. Put some more puffy stickers and a heart, the puffy heart. And then you turn the page, we have the cupcake image. I put the puffy horse on there, the puffy sticker, and a Prima flower. And then, oh, I didn't show you this. I put a flower on both sides, just to cover up the hole, just to make it a little different. And then this one has the puffy sticker of the horse, a flower. Here's another flower. This one's from my stash. And then this little banner up here says "You are magic." I put a flower on there and another puffy heart. Then flip the page. This one's the one with the cute little bear. "You are some kind of wonderful." I put a chipboard cupcake, a couple of flowers. And then on this one, again, I did the flower. I did a puffy sticker right here, another one right there, and a flower on that side. And then on the last page, here's the flower covering up the other side, a puffy sticker, and then a chipboard piece. And then I put some trim on this side, and then right here I put a bow from the satin ribbon. And then dulce, it says dulce, sweet and fluffy cotton candy. I just love that little thing right there. And a little cluster of flowers, puffy heart, and a flower in the center of that bow. Guys, overall, I think it turned out really cute. I really love the way it turned out. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will talk to you next time. Love you all.